The story today of King Charles advertising for a housekeeper at Windsor Castle, offering a salary that is below minimum wage, is a timely reminder. In Spare, Prince Harry's explosive memoir, a particularly eyebrow-raising moment comes when he reveals a conversation with his father, then Prince Charles, where Charles claimed he couldn't afford to pay Meghan Markle, despite her soon-to-be royal role. The irony of this statement can hardly be overstated. Charles, now King Charles III, is one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, commanding vast estates, inheritance, and an ever-growing portfolio of financial interests, much of which comes directly from British taxpayers through the sovereign grant and other royal funds. Yet, in that pivotal conversation, Charles suggested that bringing Meghan into the fold of the royal family, with her requisite security and royal duties, would be a financial stretch. Harry described how he had approached his father, explaining that Meghan was about to give up her successful acting career to become a working royal. He asked whether financial support would be extended to cover Meghan's new royal responsibilities. But Charles reportedly responded, "I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine." This was followed by an insinuation that resources were being stretched thin, a claim that seems particularly disingenuous when considering the vast fortunes controlled by the monarchy. The notion that the future King of England couldn't afford to support Meghan Markle stands in stark contrast to the lavish expenditures that were simultaneously being poured into royal life. The British royal family, and Charles in particular, have historically led a life that is nothing short of opulent, funded by a combination of public and private wealth. The sovereign grant alone, funded by UK taxpayers, provides tens of millions of pounds annually to support the monarchy's official duties, with Charles overseeing a sprawling network of estates, properties and businesses under the Duchy of Cornwall, which generated substantial income during his time as Prince of Wales. Fast forward to today, and a story has surfaced that underscores the ongoing contradictions within the royal household. King Charles is currently advertising for a housekeeper at Windsor Castle, offering a salary that is shockingly below minimum wage. The role, advertised as part-time with live-in benefits, offers an annual salary of £10,000 for a 20-hour work week. This amount, when broken down, barely scrapes minimum wage for live-out workers, even before considering the real cost of living around Windsor. This revelation comes at a time when King Charles continues to maintain an enormous staff to tend to every minute detail of royal life. It was recently revealed that the King employs over 120 staff members, including 3 footmen dedicated to escorting visitors down different segments of corridor in his residence, 4 valets tasked with helping him change outfits up to 5 times a day, a specialised team of gardeners, some of whom lie flat, nose to the ground, to hand-pluck weeds due to Charles's dislike for chemical pesticides. Retired Indian servicemen are deployed to hand-pick slugs from plants at night, ensuring his gardens remain pristine. Such extravagance speaks volumes about the royal household's priorities when it comes to managing wealth and labour. On the one hand, you have a monarch who spends lavishly to uphold traditions of grandeur, but on the other offers sub-minimum wage jobs to those who maintain the palaces that symbolise that wealth. The contrast is staggering, especially in light of Charles's earlier claim that supporting Meghan Markle financially was beyond his means. This isn't just about Charles's personal fortune, which is estimated to be in the billions, or the Duchy of Cornwall's massive income. The royal family benefits significantly from public money, with the UK taxpayer footing the bill for royal engagements, security, and the maintenance of palatial estates. The sovereign grant, funded by the Crown Estate's profits, ensures that the monarchy's lifestyle remains luxurious, while many in the UK struggle to make ends meet, especially amid cost of living crises and inflation. The royal family is embedded in a system where wealth and privilege are maintained at the expense of the average taxpayer. It's striking, then, that when Meghan Markle, who had her own successful career and was fully capable of financially supporting herself, entered this institution, the prospect of offering her financial support was met with resistance. Meghan, who was set to lose her primary source of income from acting, was expected to perform royal duties without the same financial security that other royals received. The contrast between King Charles's extravagant personal expenditures and the treatment of workers and family members alike highlights a broader hypocrisy that exists within the institution of the monarchy. While Meghan was told there wasn't enough money to support her, Charles enjoys an extensive staff dedicated to the most trivial of tasks, from outfit changes to hand-picking garden slugs in the dead of night. The story of King Charles advertising a job at below minimum wage is a poignant reminder of the vast gap between the monarchy's wealth and the everyday people who contribute to its upkeep. The British public continues to financially support the monarchy, yet when it comes to offering fair wages to workers or supporting family members transitioning into royal life, the purse strings suddenly tighten. The incident with Meghan and the ongoing treatment of royal household staff are two sides of the same coin, reflecting a system that prioritises pomp and ceremony over fairness and equality. As King Charles settles into his reign, the public might increasingly question how much longer this glaring disparity can go on unnoticed. How can a monarch who employs footmen for hallway duties claim to be financially stretched? And, more importantly, how can the institution continue to justify its immense privilege when it fails to provide even a living wage for those who serve its castles, or financial security for its own family members? These are questions that reflect a growing sentiment that the opulence of royalty may be increasingly out of step with the realities of modern Britain.